Alright, tier list. Official tier list. This is serious mode. Serious mode. Now I'm going to explain everything I do, right? Also, chat, keep in mind, I'm doing this list with tournament in mind. Like, tournament stuff in mind. So, like, me playing in, like, actual professional play. So, keep that in mind. It's not just ranked games. Adam Warlock, A tier. The new buffs are actually insane for Adam. I think res comp is going to be a pretty lethal thing for the meta. I think it will be pretty lethal. I think the new changes for his damage and stuff makes him really good at poke. And the res comp is insane. It's just insane. If you can play this well, it's like super oppressive. Black Panther, I think, isn't very good in the meta right now. He needs buffs. I think they need to revert the changes that they made to his survivability, because he kinda needs it. It's so much effort for so little reward, it feels like. I mean, if you're cracked on him, you can like control the lobby, but against like a full serious team, you're just gonna be fucked. You're getting destroyed. You're getting destroyed. Right. Black Widow. I think Black Widow is better than people think. And she got some nice changes also. I think Black Widow in certain maps can be super strong. Definitely super strong. And people need to give her more credit. Definitely. I think she has a pretty good place in the meta. Hulk. I think that the Hulk is A tier still. Still a super strong tank. Not as good this season as he was last season, mind you. I don't think he's as good this season. But, like, he's still good. If you can play Hulk really well, you can hard carry on Hulk. I think he's below Adam now, to be honest. Captain America, I'd say, is maybe... He's probably high B, low A, in my opinion. The new changes are super nice for him. Super nice. And also, I think he's, like, really hard to kill. If you can play this character well, he's, like, super good. For like stalling points, staying alive, harassing people. You can actually be pretty decent, I can't lie. Cloak and Dagger is not as good this season, but they're still pretty good. The changes to the blind were actually really nice. Like, you can put out so much damage if someone gets purpled now. It got changed from 21% to 28% more damage taken from all resources. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is S tier. I think he's still really good, even though he got his health changed. He's got such a good kit. His ultimate's insane. Like, what more is there to say about this character? Groot, I'd say, is better than Dr. Strange, in my opinion. I think he's so oppressive, so good. I've been playing Groot in my last few games, and he's just absolutely unreal. He's absolutely unreal. Like, he does so much damage. His ultimate is insane. And his survivability is crazy. If you just know what your counters are and play smart around your counters, you can just like control a game for free. Hawkeye, I think, is like B tier. I think he's pretty good. The new buffs were actually really nice for Hawkeye. Pretty nice for him. I think he's got like a nice place right now. He's not that great because he's really susceptible to being jumped on, but like I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty decent. Hela is probably low S tier, but she's still really good. She's like server admin if someone can play her really well. If someone can play her like insanely well, she's like OS. For sure. Place Hela not based on her bug. It's not a bug. It's not a bug. Her damage is not a bug. It's the buff. She actually just does that much damage because of the buff that they gave her. So yeah, the new buff made her like actually like server admin. Iron Fist is probably B tier now. I'd say it's like, I might put him like here. He's not like crazy, but he's pretty good. W Rage Bait. You don't think Iron Fist is like B tier? Put Iron Fist at least low A. Yeah, okay, I think... honestly, with me and you playing him, or not me playing him, but playing him with you and Groot, I think the fact that he could shred, like, what was it, Groot through Cloak Out was insane. That was insane. Iron Man, I'd say, is probably like... It's like the same as Hawkeye. Like the same as Hawkeye. His new buffs were actually really nice though. Jeff is probably D tier. Yeah, D tier. Higher than Panther. I think he's just too map dependent and you need to run like a certain composition to make him work. He's very dependent on having like 3 support team, but he's just not that good on his own. As a character on his own, he's just not that good. Loki's S tier, God tier. Character's OP. Crazy healing output, crazy damage, crazy survivability, crazy ult, crazy totems. The lamps that you can put out just can carry complete every fight if you want. He's just a super strong character. Like, there's no other way to put it. This character's OP as fuck. Ona's not as strong as Loki, but she's probably like here. I'm gonna put this in order of so this is tanks, DPS, and then healer for the top, right? Is Loki the best support? I think so, yeah. I think Magik's probably S tier, not S tier, sorry, A tier. Probably like here. I think she's A tier right now. Magneto is S tier. I think he's above Groot in terms of how good he is. He's just good in every scenario. There's not a scenario where Magneto's bad. He's always good. He's always solid. Always solid. Mantis, A tier. I think Mantis is with Cloak and Dagger. Like, good utility, solid ult. But like, the res team up also makes her better. I think the res team up gives her more value as well. Moonknight. Moonknight is probably B tier. I can't lie. The ult is not that great. It's pretty good, but it's not that great. You need to combo it now. And there's like, I feel like he's just so easy to kill. If you're like DPS and you're 1v1ing a Moonknight, you just fuck him. You absolutely just fuck this guy. So I think he's like there. I'd say he's like here. Namor, S tier, lobby admin. He's crazy. He's still not been nerfed. His turrets do so much damage. His ultimate's really good as well. Nothing more to say about Namor. He's just really good. Peni Parker, D tier. Fuck this character. Like, this character's useless. I swear to God. You're better off playing anything else other than Peni. It's just useless. I don't know why you would play Peni. It doesn't make sense to ever play Peni, in my opinion. The ult is just so bad. I think that's the main thing with Peni, is the ult is terrible. You get zero value with the ult. It's just so bad. The ult is just is useless. It is useless. The ult is useless. Psylocke is probably A tier. I'd say she's like here. I think she's like here. She's not great. I don't know. I feel like she's pretty good, right? She's pretty good, but she's not quite here. She's not quite here. Her ult is good, but I feel like you're rarely getting value out of the ult if you're against like good supports, like ever. Punisher's like B tier. I think he's high B tier though. If you get the raccoon team up going, you can actually be really strong. Is Peni spam netting Wolverine ever a problem? No. Guys, if you're getting countered by a Peni on Wolverine, you're not playing Wolverine correctly. Peni should not do anything to you as Wolverine. There's literally nothing a Peni can do against you if you play right. But Punisher, shotgun damage is pretty good. His ult's not that great, I don't think. It can have the potential to shred, but you need to understand, back in the beta/alpha, Punisher ult was unreal how OP it was. It was so OP. But now it's like, it's not as good. I don't think it's nearly as good as it was before. Rocket's probably like B tier. I think he's like here. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's alright. The res is good. The damage boost ult is pretty decent. But I don't think he's like crazy good. Scarlet Witch D tier. Even worse than Peni. Even worse than Peni. The ult is just, it got buffed, but it doesn't do anything, the buff. The bonus health means nothing. And her damage is negligible. Her stun is not that great. And her survivability is not that good either. That's how I feel. Spiderman. I think Spiderman is actually pretty decent right now. I'd say Spiderman's high B. I think if you play Spiderman correctly with a good dive comp, and you use the team up, he's high B. He's high B. Put Scarlet above Peni? Nah, I think Scarlet's actually worse than Peni. I swear to God. Scarlet has its spot, but Peni doesn't. Bro, but Scarlet is just, he's so bad. Okay, I'm gonna, I don't know. Nah, I'm putting Scarlet here. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm keeping it here. I think Squirrel Girl isn't as strong as she was last season. / like mid-season. I don't think she's as good now. Weirdly enough. I'd say Squirrel Girl is probably like there. I think that's a good place to put her. I think she's good. But not that good. Squirrel Girl's OP. She's not as good anymore. I don't know. I feel like she's worse now. Starlord. Starlord is S tier, I feel like. I think this character's actually insane. He's actually insane. Like, you can have so much value on Starlord. His ult's really good as well. He's good with the res team up, and the res team up is actually viable now. I think Starlord's S tier for sure. And like he pumps damage, bro. He pumps damage. I feel like you have so much carry potential playing Starlord. A lot of freedom to do a bunch of different things. Proper aim equals S. Yeah, but aim intensive characters being S is kind of boring to me. I don't know. I find that shit boring. Just because like you just need to do hit scan aim. Yeah, I know Namor's projectile, but bro, he has fucking hit scan turrets, so I count him as hit scan. Fuck you. Fuck you, Namor players. You're not projectile players. Frauds. Storm, still S tier, I'd say. I'd say she's high A now. Honestly, I think Storm's just high A. I don't think she's S tier. I don't think she's still S tier. I can't lie. I think she's high A. She's not quite as good as she used to be. And I feel like I'm not really scared of a Storm as much as I used to be now. I don't know, I feel like she's not as scary as the other DPS up in the top. I'd rather ban the other DPS in the top than Storm. Maybe, I think she's like low S. I don't think she's better than the ones that I listed, but she's still like a ban pick for sure. Her damage boost with her teammates is still good, I'll give that, yeah. Yeah, I think she's still good. Starlord over Storm? Yeah, I think so. I'd rather ban Starlord than Storm right now, I can't lie. Not many people do it, but I think Starlord's just a better ban than Storm. Thor is probably like... he's not A or... he's like high B. I think he's like here. Thor's like here. He's a solid pick. He's just not that great. He's just not that crazy. He's a solid pick though. He's not as good as the other tanks. But he's a solid pick. Now, Venom is like here. Venom's like here. I'd say Venom's like there, for sure. That's how I feel about Venom. I think the new changes to Venom that he's gotten, he's been getting like really good buffs. And if you play him correctly, he feels kind of unkillable. He has a lot of pressure. I swear you can just kill so much time playing Venom. If you just dive cart and play on cart for a bit. Bucky is probably like OS. This character feels super oppressive, especially if the person's good at Bucky. It feels like you can just control the lobby. And there's also this like no... like, there's no composition where Bucky plays bad into. He's always a good character, no matter what. He's always a good character. Like, there's not any situation where Bucky's a bad pick. He's always, like, usable. So that's how I feel about Bucky. I think Bucky's pretty good. Wolverine. Now, I might get some flack for this, but I think Wolverine's high A, but not quite S tier. I think if you play against a team that know how to shut you down correctly, this character becomes useless. Useless. If you play against an actual competent team who know how to shut you down, it doesn't feel like you can play. I'm talking a team that plays Invis correctly, maybe even a team that plays the Thing correctly now, a team that plays Magneto correctly. You can't really do much. And also, like, if you're playing Wolverine against one tank, 3 DPS, 2 supports, it's kind of cooked. It's kind of cooked. You just kind of play for your ult at that point. A Bucky? Yeah, a good Bucky will fuck you also, you're right. That's how I feel. I think Wolverine is not as good as he used to be. I think the more people understand how to beat a Wolverine, he won't be as good. And people are starting to understand how to beat him. So that's how I feel about that. Mr. Fantastic. Very disappointed with the changes to Mr. Fantastic. I'm going to put him C because I feel like he got nerfed overall. Before he was in B. But I think he's C now. I'm pretty disappointed with what they did. The backshots changes was actually detrimental to him. He gets his ult way less than he does before. If he didn't get any nerfs, Mr. Fantastic could have been like high B. He could have been like high B. But instead he's here because of the nerfs. They give him too many nerfs. Is the S tier in any particular order? Yeah, the order is this for DPS, this for tanks, and then that for supports. Invis Woman. I think Invis Woman is probably like... I think she might be like S, honestly. I think she's S. Yeah. She's S tier for sure. Really good utility. Her utility's insane. Her damage output is crazy, and the ability to like shield your teammates, super good. Super good. She's actually insane. And then like her ult is also amazing. For sure. If you play her correctly and use her utility the way that you're supposed to, This character is insane. This character is very, very good. S equals everyone. I mean, chat, I'm not gonna lie. I think you can play most characters in this game. You can play most characters at a high level and make it work. This is just like the characters that are like almost must picks. These are basically must picks. You're gonna be banning any one of these characters. The Thing. Also, chat, keep in mind, I'm doing this list with tournament in mind. Like, tournament stuff in mind. So, like, me playing in, like, actual professional play. So, keep that in mind. It's not just ranked games. But I think the Thing is high A. I think maybe even higher than Hulk, honestly. He's actually really strong. The Thing is super good. His ability to shut down mobility and his punch has so much pressure. His ult is super good also. His ult is insane and you can generate it so fast. You can get it like every fight. You can even get it twice. Every fight. It's super good. Super good. Human Torch. I think Human Torch is like B. Yeah. He's like with Iron Man. I feel like his damage isn't good enough and it feels like he feeds fucking support ults all the time. He just feeds us support ults. That's all he does. Kaiser's insane at Torch, yeah, and he even struggles to get value. But yeah, that was my tier list, chat. I feel like that's the overall take for me. This is the overall take.
Think you are undervaluing Thor. As a second tank, he is fantastic with high DMG output, great space taking and can really affect the enemy backline. He's super versatile so long as he isn't solo tank or tanking with Cap. America.
I think he's good, but like, you need to keep in mind, right? Like, the fact that you can't play him as a solo tank is what makes him not as good as these tanks. Also, like, he's just not as good as these tanks here. In the current meta. Thor's solid, right? You can play Thor. Being B tier doesn't mean you're unplayable. You can still play these characters, right? But they're just not as good as the picks above. These picks are just better. In my opinion, these picks are just better. That's why I moved them here. I think he's high B, but not quite A tier. Not quite. Not quite.